Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a look at the new crop peas, which we have kind of known peas were coming. And I will play some videos on your screen, kind of showing some of that off here in a little bit, kind of how we knew it was coming. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's dive into it. We're going to talk about peas. There's a blog post that is out now. But yeah, first off, I want to say if you haven't pre-ordered the game Farming Simulator 25, please do so. There's a link down below in the description, or you can use code FarmerCop at checkout. Unfortunately, that is for PC only, so just be aware of that. But yeah, if you do pre-order, you do get the Macdon bonus pack, which I'll put up on your screen right now. That comes with all the equipment needed to start swathing and harvesting that way, which you can only do if you use the pre-order pack. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy this separately to be able to swath in the game, or wait until modders come out with some swathing equipment. So if on day one you want to start swathing, you have to pre-order using this. So make sure you guys do that. But yeah, and that does go to support the channel as well at no extra cost to you. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into peas. So I'm going to start off by reading blog post, and then we will kind of work our way from there. I'll show off some screenshots. We'll talk about them. I think it's pretty exciting stuff. So it says, peas are a symbol of their season, as they are among the first crops you can plant in spring. That's why they represent renewal and growth in some cultures. Also representing renewal and growth, Farming Simulator 25. So why not combine the both? Here's an open secret for you. Peas are coming to the game when it launches November 12th. Then it says pea time, and we already kind of knew peas were coming again. We discovered it on the Gamescom build, so and the PAX West build. So we kind of knew it was already coming, but now we actually get some information about how it works. So I actually am going to put, well, no, I'll do that later. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. But they do have a growth states and facts sheet, which we'll take a look at in a second, but we're going to keep reading for now. It says, in March or April, you will take your seeder and put out about 250 liters of seed per hectare to look forward to a yield of about 9,600 liters in return. With an average selling price of $3,119 per 1,000 liters, depending on difficulty, you need to be ready to harvest in July and September at the latest. So I think that's probably going to be on the easy difficulty, maybe easy or normal. I'm not sure. But it's definitely not the hard difficulty. I would say it's probably going to be the easy one there. So it says, continuing on, when you need to pea harvest, mind that you need a specialized harvester for our green little friends, the Oxbow EPD 540E. It's a self-propelled pea harvester and fun to operate. Now, this is one thing I predicted as well. I figured since Oxbow was kind of is one of the flagship brands for the new farming simulator, and they do have a dedicated pea harvester, I figured that was probably going to be the piece of equipment that we needed, since I did test at PAX West if you could harvest peas with a regular harvester, because we've seen that before, kind of in modded maps, and you can't do that. So that's how that's going to have to be. You're going to have a dedicated harvester to do this crop. Growth stages. See how the peas on your field look. Spoiler, if it looks like the last one, it's game over for the season and your peas have withered, which we have several screenshots here, which we're going to take a look at here in just a second. And then it says at the very bottom, coming soon on the blog, green beans to be continued, which we knew green beans were coming as well because we discovered it's on there, but hopefully we'll get some more information about that. So that's the one exciting thing, is we get some more information as we keep going, and that's always good to have. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these screenshots. So the first one I have on your screen is the growth states and facts for peas. We've seen a similar one for the spinach, so it's cool to see something similar. Again, at the top, you can see max yield per hectare, 9,600 liters, and then the average selling price is $3,119. So if you do the quick math there, which I should have done the math beforehand, but I didn't, I'm grabbing a calculator now. If we do 9.6, because the price is per 1,000 liters, you're looking at approximately $29,000, almost $30,000 of pea sales. Oh, it says on difficulty easy. That's actually really nice that it puts that on there as well. So if you're playing on easy mode, you're looking at $30,000 a hectare. I would guess on normal, it'll be about half that price. So you're probably looking at 15 to 20,000 per hectare, but still very good. The seeds per hectare, you're only using 250 liters of seeds, so it's not using seeds very quickly. The growth duration is only 4 months as well. It's a very quick growth duration. And then you can plant it in March and April and then harvest it in July through September. So if you look down at the bottom, it has been planted there in April, but again, you can also do this in March. And then in June, we have a second growth state there, July, a third one. And then August, they are ready to harvest. So there you guys go. That's how they all look, ready to harvest and everything like that. Then you have the harvested state and then the withered state on the far right-hand side. But we're going to take closer looks at these as we go. So if we move on here, the first screenshot I got for you guys is the planted state here. The growing state, I believe, is growth. That's growth state 1. Is that planted? That's planted. Yeah, that's planted there. So that's the planted state. And then the second one here is them growing in their first state. and then ready to harvest. Or no, sorry, not ready to harvest. They take 4 months to grow. Almost ready to harvest, and then finally, when the peas start kind of sitting on the ground and are very thick as foliage, you'll see here now they are ready to harvest. So just a little bit different there. If we move forward another screenshot here, we have a take a look at the field when it is completely harvested, where the peas were completely off of it. So you have all the peas gone there. You've harvested it. Moving on, if you wait too long and you're you're in a lot of trouble if you get to here. This is where the crops are withered and you'll no longer be able to harvest them. I'm assuming this is with seasons on. I'm assuming that just like Farming Simulator 22, we'll have the ability to turn seasons on and off, but we actually don't know yet. So we're just going to kind of have to wait and see. But yeah. Moving on from there, we're going to start taking a look at some of the equipment that's in the pack and some of the equipment kind of operating. I guess I shouldn't say equipment in the pack. I should say equipment that's used for pea harvesting. Because that's really all we have. You do use a regular seeder to plant this, so there's nothing special about that. But we move on to the first screenshot. We kind of have an aerial view. You can see the leaves and stuff getting kind of chucked out the back of the harvester there as it goes over the peas and everything like that. And they're not going to grow back like spinach did. You're not going to get 2 harvests out of the year out of them or anything like that. You're just going to get the 1 harvest, but you'll get a really good yield out of them. But it's cool to see kind of an aerial view of this working and kind of the before and after of the pea harvest kind of happening, which is pretty cool. We've moved forward another one. We have a nice view of this. This might be my thumbnail shot. Who knows, though. We have a nice view of the pea harvester, the EPD 540E by Oxbow, harvesting the peas. A cool piece of equipment. Honestly, these Oxbow self-propelled harvesters, yes, they're not going to be super quick. They're not going to harvest faster than 6 miles an hour, I'm sure. Might even be a little slower than that. They do have a good capacity in them, usually. The spinach harvester does. But it is going to take you a while to harvest some fields. But it is really cool to see some of this kind of cool equipment come to the game. So very cool stuff, and definitely all new to us. The next shot, we kind of get another angle of the spinach harvester here. Excuse me, I'm so used to saying spinach harvester, of the pea harvester here. So we get kind of a different angle of that with the sun kind of reflecting off of it, and everything just looks fantastic there. Moving on here, we have a look at, there's a fence there in the background, and we have the Oxbow kind of off to the side. You can see it kind of unloading there in the background. And I'm not sure what's going on in the back. I'm not sure what part of the map that is. I'm assuming we are probably on the American map where they're showing this off, but still cool to see a little piece of the map there. But nothing new in terms of the equipment. That Fendt doesn't look anything crazy new in the Branther trailer we've had before. But here's the angle we really want to get. This is it actually going into the Branther trailer. We have the Oxbow harvester unloading the peas into there, which is pretty cool to see all that. So yeah, big fan of that. It's always nice to see that sort of stuff happen. And hey everyone, so I'm interjecting this right in the middle. I apologize. As I was going back to edit, I realized I missed 5 screenshots. The first one's on your screen right now. Just another view of a big pea field here. But if we move on from that one, we have that same pea field with some of the God rays kind of reflecting off the crop. So pretty cool to see that. I like that a lot. But yeah, wanted to include those as well. Moving on from there, we also have a look at a shed next to that pea field, the same pea field, excuse me, just a different angle there. So we see some more of the lighting and stuff like that, which is what they're trying to show off. And then finally, we actually have a couple images here. We have one with the John Deere 3650 pulling the Great Plains. And then we actually have another angle where you actually see the seeder there. There it is, planting the peas on that field there. So, and again, I know I mentioned it already in the video that they're going to be a standard seeder, but I wanted to make sure I included these screenshots as well into there since we did technically get them. So I apologize for missing them. Back to the video. Yeah, that is kind of all of these screenshots and everything I have for you guys. Excited to see peas come into the game. And excited to see when we get more information about green beans, because I have no idea how those are going to be harvested or anything like that. I'm assuming also probably a dedicated harvester, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. And I'm assuming this harvester for the peas will also be around $600 some odd thousand as well, similar to the spinach harvester. So just be prepared for that, but you'll make good money off of it. So there you go. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.